Human design is a system based on your birth date, time, and location that generates a chart that looks something like this. Perhaps you heard about it from an evangelical friend with stars in their eyes that told you you absolutely have to learn about your human design. And now you're wondering, what is this and should I even bother looking into it? So in today's video, I'll share what human design is and 5 reasons why you could consider investing in learning about your chart. And I use the word invest because it is going to take some of your time and energy and possibly even money if you want to do a reading to really get the value out of learning about your human design. I'm Karen McMullen, your guide in mastering the basics of human design. I'm also a channel for higher consciousness, and I've channeled this book, Alchemy of Consciousness. You can see it there. On this channel, you'll find channeled messages, meditation, human design videos, and more, designed to help you really get clear on what is your true role and to have the faith and confidence to follow it. Human design is a mystical system that was founded by a Montreal-based man named Robert Krakauer, who went to Ibiza, Spain, and he was living there, and he, in 1987, had a mystical encounter over 8 days and 8 nights with a voice that transmitted to him the entire body of knowledge that then became the human design system. After that encounter, he renamed himself Ra Uru Hu, or rather he was given the name, and he spent the rest of his life traveling around and imparting this knowledge that he had received from the voice. The human design system combines several different elements. The I Ching, which is the ancient Chinese book of changes, a very profound text. The 64 hexagrams of the I Ching show up as gates that can be either activated or not in your chart. Human design incorporates astrology, suggesting that the giant star field and the stars and all the neutrinos, to use a human design lingo, are imprinting your unique consciousness at the moment of your birth, as well as 3 months prior. Human design also builds on the chakra system, suggesting that there are 9 centers rather than 7, and that we're in this process of evolution from a 7-centered being to a 9-centered being. And the 7-centered being was more mentally based, made to make strategic and logical mind down decisions, and that the 9-centered being is much more intuitive and designed to move from the body's intelligence. Finally, the design of the chart incorporates the tree of life from the Kabbalah and shows the interconnectedness of these centers and how the energy flows between them as channels. So now I will share with you 5 reasons to consider investing and learning about your human design, also introducing you to some human design lingo, because human design is full of jargon. And that's one of my kind of special angles, is incorporating the jargon, but also making it really simple and plain. So reason number 5 to consider learning about your human design is human design is known as the science of differentiation. Another way of saying that is it helps you see how you are unique and individual. It's really a map of your uniqueness, and there are many different layers of detail that you can go into about what makes you unique and how you really are designed to function. So often when I do a reading for someone, they just feel that they are given a permission slip to be themselves, and there were things about themselves that they were fighting their whole life, or maybe they were told were wrong, and the reading just allows them to relax into their true nature and to really be themselves and to own who they are. Reason number 4 to learn about your human design is your human design provides also a map of your conditioning. and how you're likely to be influenced from the outside in ways that make you untrue to yourself. In human design lingo, this is called your not self, and it's showing basically who you are not meant to be, but who you're going to tend to become as a result of the outer forces of conditioning that are put upon you. If we're not conscious of how we are likely to be conditioned, we can actually spend our entire lives living out something we are not, rather than really being who we are. The third reason to learn about your human design is that it allows you to follow your trajectory by listening to your own inner navigation guidance. So every single chart comes with some specific instructions about where in your body are you designed to go to make decisions about what's actually right for you, based on the idea that we each have a trajectory through life that is most true to who we are here to be, and that the more that we can align each little decision with that trajectory, then we become and we allow ourselves to really be who we're meant to be and follow the path that we're here to follow. So your chart will actually show specifically how you're meant to make decisions based on seven different ways of making decisions. The number 2 reason to learn about your human design is also known as the mechanics of the Maya. So if you think about that, it's like the Maya meaning the illusion of life, meaning that we're on this plane of existence, and that this plane of existence has certain mechanical ways of functioning. And so when we look at our life in terms of mechanics, and we see our chart and how we are meant to mechanically function with life itself and also with other people, we can really gain a deep insight into our relationship with life and also our relationship with others. So when you look, for example, at 2 charts and how they combine, you can see that there's certain mechanical ways that these 2 charts are going to come together, and that it's not personal. And so, for example, like if I'm bumping up against a certain issue with another person, but I know their chart and I know my chart, I can see, oh, that's just because they have a defined ego center and I don't. And so mechanically, those 2 components are coming together in this way. And that's just natural. That's just a mechanic. And it takes the personal issue out of it. So in relationships, this can mean that you have a lot more understanding, that you can eliminate conflict, or at least have awareness about what's happening and be more at choice about how you interact. And that leads to the number 1 reason to learn about your human design is to make a shift into surrendering. So when you basically move into a state of acceptance of how you're meant to mechanically function in life and who you really are and who you are not, then all of that kind of moves you into a different relationship with life where you're more surrendered and you're more allowing things to unfold in the way that they're meant to without force. And I think this is just such a beautiful lesson from human design, and also something that's really embedded throughout the I Ching and that philosophy. So there you have it. Now, if you would like to learn more about your human design, in the next video, I'm going to show you how to read your human design chart and really get a sense of the basics. And then there are many other videos on this channel about the different components of your chart that you can just dive right into. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you stay in touch. And until next time, see you later.